She had one of the best fairy tale weddings in Nigeria, almost just like the princess that she is. Obviously, it can show that, or one could see that she put in so much effort into the dress that she wore that day, just to look like the fairy tale princess that she is. I'm talking about no other person than Nigerian's very own designer Veekee James. Now, Veekee is in the news, and it's not for the good reasons, because at this point in time, it seems a lot of Nigerians are kind of tired of she and then her husband showing their affection on the internet. We all know how some couples decide to, show everything that they do in their matrimonial homes. We have them on TikTok. We have so many examples, like, showing their love and then stuff. So when Veekee James got married to her husband, it was only her doing the content and everything. So a lot of people were like, why are you not involving your husband in all these things? Now, when she started involving her husband, a lot of people were happy, because if you know Veekee James's husband, that is Femi, it's said that he's the quiet type, he's the shy type. So for him to come out of his shell and then decide to support his wife by, joining her in her content creation something, a lot of people were happy for them. People decided to watch them, call them the Nigerian Barbie and Ken and a whole lot of things. So all these dislike for them started when they went to one of Veekee James's friends' wedding, that is Prudence wedding. And at the wedding, both Veekee James and then her husband decided to take the dance floor with a newly wedded couple. Now, it was then that a lot of people noticed something. That was when the dislike for the couple started, especially Veekee James. Now, a lot of people were bashing her for spraying the newly wedded couple with dollars, whilst her husband was spraying them with, 200 naira notes? Yeah, something like that. A lot of people claim this is very, very disrespectful, because yes, we all know you have money. You are Veekee James. You're an international designer. We all know you sew clothes for people outside the country. You charge in dollars and stuff. But then, why didn't you give the dollars to your husband to spray? And then you would have taken the naira. Or both of you could have just done it in dollar form and then just spraying the couple their money and stuff. So a lot of people were not happy. They were like, why would you? It's like a form of disrespect to them. I don't know the agreement between Veekee James and her husband at that point in time, because if you look at it, it was just $1 that Veekee James was just spreading, and then her husband was spreading 200 naira notes on the couple. So a lot of people found it very, very disrespectful. Like, yes, we all know you have money, but then you could have switched. Give the dollar to your husband. Let people see that at least your husband is the one spraying the higher domination or something like that. So that was when the dislike for Veekee James started. Veekee James especially started. Now, the reason why she's in the news again today is because she hosted a program recently, and it was at that program that her husband decided to surprise her with flowers on stage. Obviously, a lot of people were not happy. Now, a lot of people claim this scream forced love. Forced love. It's like she is competing with somebody. A lot of people are saying she's competing with, is it Wenika or something, one hair vendor, one who was her friend before they went their both ways or something like that. We all know she's also on social media flaunting her husband day in, day out. Every Eke Market day, she shows her husband and stuff. Even though the guy is a shy type, she wants social media people to know, my husband bought me flowers, my husband did this for me, my husband did that for me, that kind of thing. So a lot of people are saying Veekee is kind of competing with Wenika to show who the best husband is. We all know both of them are wealthy. Veekee is very wealthy, Wenika is wealthy, but Wenika's husband is very, very wealthy. So a lot of people are saying in this kind of case, I don't really know the job that Femi does. I think he's a photographer or something like that. So a lot of people are saying that Veekee, this is screaming forced love, because Veekee wants to show that her husband loves her, because two people sit down, create content, edit it, and then upload it, give it a caption, and then the whole internet goes,
It's from everybody.
What about what they do in their houses? Do we know? We don't know. They don't show us when they fight.
Are you guys
They
not
don't show
happy
us when
for
they
me?
quarrel. They don't show us when I mean, things are going on wrong in their marriages, but then they only show us the love aspect, which I think is fine because it is them that they want to show the internet what they want to show. But a lot of people are saying it is getting out of hand at this point. Why will your husband bring you flowers on stage? It could have been a backstage something, but then for you to be hosting a show and then he comes up and then you ask the audience, aren't you happy for me? My husband is showing me this, aren't you happy for me? It's like you want us to see that you are happy, maybe backstage you are not happy. So anyway, if you see Veekee and her husband trending, it's because of this video, because the husband decided to surprise her when she was hosting a show, and people are screaming this is forced love. Like, this is a forced love. This is like she's pushing the man to do things that he doesn't want to do. Like, bring me flowers on stage. They stage everything and she's acting so surprised on stage. But for me, for Ravy News, we are okay with it because we love to see love blooming. We love to see it blooming. So if she's happy and her husband is happy. Now, the funny thing is, like, for one thing I forget, the funny thing is people are calling her husband Mrs. James at this point. People are saying it is Veekee that is controlling her husband at this point, claiming he is Mrs. James. So he's not. They've changed his name from Femi, is it Thr3 or something like that, to Femi, Mrs. Femi James, which is very, very bad. I think at this point that people need to stop it. And I think Veekee needs to take a break from showing her husband on the internet. She should just focus on her sewing content and then her food blog and something, because it seems people are getting tired of seeing her and then her husband on the internet at this point.